Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Riley Foster of Foster's Custom Steel. This is a video on the Mountain House. I hadn't done one in a while. I came up, I guess about 2 weeks ago. I was going to cut the water on and spend the weekend up here and do the fence in the front yard and get it fixed up, and that way I could bring the dog up and my wife could come up and the dog could stay in the front yard without having to worry about her getting out. But I got up here, turned the water on, and heard a bunch of water running down in the basement. Cut the water off and found that there was believe it or not, this joint had been there for probably 12 years and it was not glued. It stayed together, but it wasn't glued. So I cut that off, glued the joint, turned the water back on, and we could hear water running from the upstairs bathroom, which is right up there. Yeah. I drained the water system and I thought that all the water drained out. Well, the hot water side did not drain. And what I'm looking at is, you can see that pipe going out the wall. There is a hole there that lets cold air in, and that is right where that plumbing, the hot water and cold water, was coming in. That's a chunk of it right there. It was split and burst in several places. So I cut the water off, made sure there was no water getting on the floors. I've got them covered up right now. I did not want to tear up these red oak floors. So that PEX pipe, the red and the blue, I pulled that from the basement earlier today, dug all this mess out. I'm going to replace the whole ceiling in here. It's about maybe 10 boards. It's 8 boards total, but I'm going to buy 2 so that I can cut the corners, and I'm going to try not to tear the walls up while I'm putting the ceiling in. But man, back when my dad and mom lived here, these were 10-foot ceilings, and that's what that beaded green board was. So my dad dropped it down. It looks like about 16 inches, maybe even 2 foot. So it's 8-foot ceilings now. And I'm sure they did that to try to keep heat in, because there is no insulation in this old house in the walls and stuff. So I'm going to remove all this sheetrock, as bad as I hate to, but I don't want to see damage and stuff on this house. So I'm going to take a utility knife and I'm going to cut all around the edges and remove all of this sheetrock, hopefully tomorrow, and get it prepped for when I come back in 2 weeks with some help and scaffolding and stuff. And we're going to knock it out one weekend, get the sheetrock and bed and taped, and then come back the next time I can finish it and paint it. But that's what I've been doing. I came up this morning and I went in the basement and cut the water pipeline and pulled that up through the wall, because it goes down through, and obviously down through the wall inside the basement, which is a pain in the keister in itself. But now I've got to cut the PVC pipe going to the sink and to the toilet, and I'd like to get this connected and finish it so that I can get the water on and make sure there's no leaks or anything before I seal this up. And the reason I'm going back with PEX, this is PEX A. You can use rings and brass fittings on this, PEX A connectors, but you can't use PEX A connectors on PEX B pipe. Look it up. There's reasons for it I don't need to go into. But anyway, I did the red and the green for hot and the cold, so I wouldn't have to guesstimate which one was which when I got up here. So this stuff will expand, they say 13 times in its size and then go back. Now, I'm not going to test that, I hope. But I want to make sure these are crimp fitted really good. So that way we'll never, ever have to worry about this leak again. And yeah, this was on me. I thought I drained all the water. I actually drained the water from the basement spigot and ran it out into the yard but it appears I did not get the hot water side empty as I thought I did, and there's what busted. It was the hot water side. So had I left the water on, it would have destroyed this house. Literally, it would have destroyed it. Water would have been running for months on end. So that's what I'm doing today, guys. There's a quick video on the mountain house, and I hope this is not a prelude to the rest of owning this house. So guys, remember to reach down there and give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think about PEX A, PEX B. I'll listen. I did my research, and so that's where I'm at. Share and comment if you got any comments on, again, I'll read them, and I probably will respond, but just to let you guys know what I'm up to at the mountain house. And I was going to go out to that old church and do a walkthrough. I spoke to the guy about doing the roof on it, and he says that he'll call and give me a price on putting a new metal roof on that old church. And then that way, at least I can get it dried in, because I mean, it's going to rot away. You can see the roof of it way out there. It is a steep roof. So that's one of the projects I'm hoping. I mainly just wanted to get the property and hold it for either kids or grandkids, and it got the church on it. So I went in there and looked around a little bit. It's not bad. But I don't want to go through there by myself in case, I don't want to fall through something or get hurt, and there I'd lay. Well, I'm sure a rat would eat me. So anyway, guys, remember, always give thanks and have a great day.